Hello, my young friends. Welcome to the today's session on bases. The name of the chapter is acids, bases, and salt. So, in our previous discussion, we were understanding what are acids, how they are defined, then examples. Now, today we start bases. Once again, we will discuss on Arrhenius theory. If we talk about bases, according to Arrhenius, they are those that when dissolved in water give hydroxide ion. Okay. Acids are the one which gives H plus ion, hydrogen ion in water, whereas bases are the one which gives OH minus ion in water. For example, calcium hydroxide gives OH minus ion. Magnesium hydroxide will give OH minus ion in water. They are samples in the laboratory. When you enter the laboratory, you can see these samples. Now, classification of bases. On what ground we'll do it? Classification of bases on the basis of what? Solubility in water. There are some bases, they are easily soluble in the water, and there are some bases, they are sparingly soluble in the water. And the third category is what? Some bases are insoluble in the water. Okay. But out of the three, the first one, bases which are easily soluble, they are called bases soluble in water. They are what explained by a different term. The term is what? Alkalis. Okay. So soluble bases in water are called as what? Alkalis. And these alkalis are normally we find left hand side of the modern periodic table, that is sodium, potassium, all those. But remember this important point: all bases are not alkalis, but all alkalis are bases. Because what are alkalis? Alkalis are bases which are soluble in the water. Okay, so alkalis can become base, but all bases are not alkalis. It is only soluble alkalis in water are soluble bases in water are alkalis. That's why he said this statement. Now on the second round, on the basic strength, as a strong basis and a weak basis means what? When you put base in water, if it gives OH minus easily, then it comes under the strong base because it is very reactive. It can be easily ionizable. Whereas if it gives with difficulty or it takes time, they come under the weak basis. Easy donor of OH minus ion, strong basis. Difficulty in giving the OH minus ion in water, weak basis. Strong basis. See, example, hydroxides of reactive metals, sodium, potassium, all those. So they dissociate. Okay. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, barium hydroxide, all these are left side of the modern periodic table and they are strong. Weak bases are, they dissociate to give hydroxide ions not so easily. Therefore, there is equilibrium between the dissociated and the undissociated. Example is calcium hydroxide. Actually, calcium hydroxide will give easily. So you let us not take this example. You take this example. Ammonium hydroxide. In this place, we will take this example. Ammonium hydroxide, which gives very with a lot of difficulty, it gives OH minus ion. Now there are some physical properties of acids and bases, so that we will come to know whether the given liquid is acid or a base. Acids are sour in taste. They turn blue litmus red. They are corrosive in nature. So all natural acids are sour in taste. Natural acids can be tested, okay, by taste, but strong acids we can't check. So they are checked only by some other different chemical properties. So all organic acids, lemon, tamarind, they are all weak acid, very weak acid. They are good for health also. So they are sour in taste. Others are very strong sour, where we can't tolerate that soreness. That's why we don't go for checking of those uh, acids with our mouth. Only thing is we require some special chemical properties to tell whether it is a acid or not. This is blue litmus to red acid property, and corrosive means what? They corrode, they eat away the surface. Okay. Now we'll go to the properties of the bases. They are bitter in taste. Acids are sour, they are bitter. They turn red litmus to blue, whereas acid changes blue to red. This is red to blue. They are soapy to touch. Okay, so slippery to touch in the when you touch in the hand. So soaps contain bases, so that you can imagine. You can check it. Now we'll go for the some chemical properties of acids and the bases. Action with indicators, already it is explained. Now reaction with metals. Any acid with metal will give hydrogen gas. This is the the common property we have seen. Reactivity series is there. We discuss afterwards. General trend is what? General trend is metal with acid gives hydrogen gas and metallic salt. An example: acid with metal, it's a salt and a hydrogen comes out. Okay, so please balance it. I have not given you a balanced equation. Only framework is given. In the free time, you balance it. Third property: action with metal carbonates. See, metal carbonates and the metal bicarbonates, they contain CO3. Carbonates are CO3 2 minus. Bicarbonates are HCO3 1 minus. We have seen in the 9th class under the table Criss-Cross formula. So when these two class of compounds reacts with acids, the uh, nature of the reaction is what? They give out brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide. This you have seen in the kitchen also. When you put lemon in the baking soda, so you will see a brisk effervescence due to the evolution of carbon dioxide. Same thing happens here also in the laboratory. So metal carbonate plus acid gives metal salt, water and the carbon dioxide gas. So acid plus carbonate gives salt plus water and the carbon dioxide gas. Now you can check the property. Which property? When the metal reacts with acid, which gas comes out? Hydrogen gas comes out here. So that will be given out through the water trough here. So this you can check by bringing the burning candle. So being hydrogen gas is a very reactive gas. So when the burning candle is brought near the hydrogen gas, it burns with a pop sound. That is the indication that the incoming gas is what? Hydrogen gas. In the same way, you can check the liberation of carbon dioxide from the carbonates by the very famous test known as the lime water test. So please pass the formed carbon dioxide gas into the lime water, which is almost colorless, that turns into milky. Why milky? Because of the formation of carbonate, which is insoluble in the water. So white color carbonate insoluble looks like a milk. So lime water turns milky indicates what? The liberated gas is carbon dioxide. Now reaction with bases. This is the most famous reaction in the chemistry. Acid plus base gives salt and water. Acid plus base gives salt and water. This reaction is called as what? Neutralization, because acid turns blue litmus red, whereas this turns red to blue. When these two are mixed, no action of litmus on the salt formed. Therefore, this is neutral to the litmus test. That's why this reaction is called as what? Neutralization reaction. So this reaction is called by three names. Number one, acid-base reaction. Number two, neutralization reaction. And number three, salt formation reaction. Now this one, all acids act as electrolytes in aqueous states. In aqueous state, when current is passed, they dissociate into ions. That means they are the best conductor of electricity.